welcome to my brief introduction about my nice new Brave 7 action camera. I decided to treat myself to an action camera for use either as a vlogging camera and as to a camera I could attach to my motorcycle and see what I could film out in the dales. As you can see, there are three sort of pictures I've start off with showing the actual camera. Now this is the camera out of its case, which you need to actually make it useful. But I thought I'd start off by showing the camera, which has a control on the top, the mainly off switch, a couple of controls on the right hand side which are used for some controls and for putting this image front to back. And on the left hand side there's the input port for the microphone and the micro SD card. The camera comes with a whole load of bits and bobs, but I've only just shown a few here. Mainly there's the case that the camera slides into for practical applications, and currently I have a unit screwed into it that screws itself onto the top of a tripod. There's also shows you the battery charger that comes with it. You get two batteries, and I bought as an extra the microphone which plugs into the side of the camera and which I'm using to record this video. From past experiences, trying to talk to a camera that's sort of can be some distance in front of you doesn't always produce the best sound quality. There are two screens on the camera, one on the back obviously you can use for and use most of the time, and this is what you can sort of set up the scene with. But as like at the moment I'm talking to the camera on a do-it-yourself basis, so there is a sort of a front selfie screen. Unfortunately it's only square, so you have to sort of sit to one side, but as you can see with the reflection of the camera, it does actually do the job. One interesting feature of the camera is the Wi-Fi. Basically it sets itself up as a Wi-Fi transmitter and then transmits the image to a suitable Apple or Android device. Now in my case I've got an old Apple 5 phone, and interestingly the application works quite well, which isn't too bad, because a lot of modern applications will not work with the older iOS systems. It's the same for my Android tablet. Once again, it's not a new model, but the system, the Wi-Fi, does work with it. Now it's great if you're looking at the front of the camera, because it does give you the full view of what you're looking at. So that's the good point. The bad part is that the sound sync goes out, so if you use it for recording and you're looking at the camera, the sound sync is about a microsecond or two out. Very noticeable, and something that would have to be corrected in editing. Where obviously it is useful is if you've got the camera somewhere where you need to set up the scene, but you can't have access to either the front or rear screen. And a common one I've sort of had from in the past, using an older sports type camera, would be on a motorcycle helmet. You certainly can't look at the screen while you're wearing it. Control is mainly through the use of the rear touch screen. There are two sort of main, you can slide it up and down, left to right. Down takes you to control the video, a number of settings, the resolution, etc. And sort of fancy filters and things you can use with it. Slide upwards and you get the preferences, setting up whether using NTSC, PAL and that sort of thing. It works quite well, and I've not really had any problem sorting it. You can go left and right, one of which is either to set it up for a camera, and because this can be used as a still camera, or to set it up as time-lapse or high speed, something which I haven't had a go at yet. One screen is also the camera information, which just basically shows we've got the latest version of the software. And I assume if you when you do go online, you can sign up and go online. It does seem to offer to download the latest software, and probably just small tweaks. I don't think there's anything major. Anyhow, that's my sort of basic introduction to the Brave 7. I've shown the final picture here of it sat on the tripod as I'm looking at it. So I hope to do some more showing it in action and some of the more exotic features. I don't know whether I'll get around to using high-speed photography or time-lapse, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so thank you for watching.